Secret Level was fun. The first batch of episodes, at least. I don't want to go into spoilers, as I want all of you to watch it yourself. And you should, because creators of Love, Death and Robots are damn professionals and they know what they are doing. I saw that some people were disappointed that they weren't given a feature-length movie or over 20 minutes of animation per episode. As for me, it was perfectly fine. Secret Level didn't sell itself as a collection of movies, but a series of short episodes. We got exactly what we should expect. High quality, although not too deep in plot, short animations. If that was what you came to expect, then it's exactly what you got. And even a little bit more than that. There are few nice plot twists, some very fun interpretations of the source material, and animation is of crisp, very high quality. I will speak briefly on each episode without going really into it. As I said, I don't want to go into spoilers. And well, I'm not familiar with all the games episodes are about. I don't have time to either play or know every game out there. So, Episode 1: Dungeons and Dragons. It was basic. Nothing crazy, nothing impressive, but nothing bad either. It was a nice, basic meal. Fried chicken with rice and some veggies you get from some roadside restaurant in a small village. The chicken is a bit dry, but the sauce goes nice with rice and veggies are fresh and prepared with care. It's nothing to boast about, but if you ever plan to go to a place, eat something nice and chill, that's the place. That's this episode. Basic. Nothing you wouldn't expect from D&D. A fine intro into a potential bigger story. Episode 2: Sifu. I'm unfamiliar with the game, but the presentation was nice, a bit more psychological with few nice details. It was like a nicely made dumpling, with the care of a person who gave decades of their life to perfect their craft. By all accounts, this dumpling, bought on the roadside, isn't anything impressive. And yet, you can taste the care that was put into making it. And it tastes really damn good. It's still something of a fast food, but one made by an individual, not a great grey corporation. Episode 3: New World. That might be one of my favorites. It gave me strong Terry Pratchett vibes, with a mix of comedy and ridiculousness of the setting and characters. But despite being a bit silly, it embraced this silliness in the best way possible, carrying a fun moral lesson. I especially appreciated one of the final moments of the episode. New World is like a meal you prepared yourself when you started getting good at cooking. There are rough edges here and there, and it's not the work of a master, but damn, it tastes good. You finally bloody did it. You managed to cook something edible, and there is a feeling of accomplishment in that. That's what I felt watching this episode. It's one of the more fun ones on the list. Episode 4, Unreal Tournament. I heard that a lot of people liked this one. Sadly, I'm not into FPS, nor arena shooters, so some of the charm was lost on me. You know that one meal that you aren't a fan of, but most of your friends love it? That was this episode for me. I know it's a good episode with fun themes and visuals, but even though they are fun, they aren't really for me. Maybe I'm tired of robot stuff. I don't know. Now, episode 5, Warhammer 40k. Something a lot of people were waiting for. And I will tell you straight. This short episode is simply Astartes Project Part 2. It's more than spiritual successor. It's just Part 2. Hell, the author of Astartes was part of the project, so no wonder. If you liked Astartes, you will like this episode. Period. If this episode was a meal, you know those burger stands, like food trucks, where they create really good food despite where they make it? You ate a burger from such truck before, and it was really damn good. Everyone loved it. Then it was gone, and it was gone for a long time. A shame really, because you could really go for another one. Other burger stands couldn't hold a candle to it. But suddenly, a new food truck arrived, also selling burgers. And to your surprise, you recognize the cook. It's the same guy that had made the first burger. The PR is different, and he is part of a bigger franchise. But damn, that new burger he is making? Just as good as the original. Maybe even a little better. You aren't sure. But above everything, you are damn happy that the truck and the cook are back, and you can't wait for his next creation. Now, episode 6, Pac-Man. Ooh, this is my favorite episode of them all, even more than the previous one. A little known fact, but I absolutely adore surrealism and dream nightmare-like visions of reality. And this depiction of Pac-Man, of all things, is incredibly creative. I loved every second of it. It's dark, it's crazy, it's gory, and it has a really good twist. I'm sure some of you like a strange food that isn't popular. Maybe something traditional from your region of the world that isn't really popular anywhere else. For me, this episode is like Tatar steak or steak Tatar. A finely chopped raw beef with onion, pickles, topped with raw egg yolk. Now, for many of you that sounds
disgusting!
It's raw. It's fucking raw!
But me, that's the taste of my homeland. Something my grandfather loved with all his heart and showed me that some strange food can be great if prepared properly. This episode is like this. It's a bit weird, not for everyone, but if you are into this kind of flavors, you will love every second of it. Episode 7, Crossfire. The weakest episode for me. Again, I'm not into first-person shooters. It's just not my thing, and this episode wasn't anything impressive for me either. It was like a decent cheeseburger you get on a street. It's edible, not great, not terrible. If you like cheeseburgers, you will like this one. But if not, it won't impress you in any way. That's how I view this episode. So, last episode as of now, episode 8, Armored Core. It was really damn fun. You know how you sometimes find a really good kebab place? Decide to go with spicy sauce, and as you eat, you discover it is far more spicy than what you usually eat. But this kebab is really damn good, so you can't stop eating, while also having problems doing so because your entire face is burning. So you need to somewhat dance your way down the street to shake the heat out of you? That was this episode. Some moments were simply breathtaking. It had a style, it had a rhyme, it turned me around on a dime every few seconds. Visually stunning, well-paced, and nicely put together. Overall, those first 8 episodes deserve a solid street food out of 10. Episodes might be short, but they are well made, with fun themes and creativity of how to portray some games. You can feel that creators had fun making them. There is life and movement in how they are structured. There is more than one cleverly put visual, which I appreciate very much. If you didn't watch it just yet, go and do that. You won't regret it. There is something for everyone here. But I think that's it for today. Thank you for joining me, and I hope you enjoyed. Now, my dear viewers and listeners, remember, wherever you are, whatever you do, try to enjoy yourself while you can. I wish you most heretical day. Ta-ta!